I am joined by Mahogany Browne. Mahogany, been quite a week here in North Attleboro. Let me begin. When did you first hear that the town of North Attleboro, Massachusetts, was taking the book off its library shelf at an elementary school?
Actually, when it was already happening, I found out after the fact, once folks started responding to it on Instagram, that's where I was tagged.
Let me ask you, it's also been taken off shelves in Texas,
Mhm,
Florida,
mhm.
red states. Did you ever think a state like Massachusetts would take that action?
Massachusetts feels like home away from home, so that was definitely a surprise to see that a book that I put so much love and effort into, alongside Elizabeth Acevedo and Olivia Gatwood, could be misconstrued as divisive and removed from these learning spaces. Being that that is where I started. I began as a poet in classrooms. I know how the young people are asking these questions. And so I helped create an anthology of poems that lead us closer to the heat of the matter. What does it mean to be accountable to a community? How are we compassionate and empathetic towards others? And if we can look at those small building blocks, then having discussions about mass incarceration or brutality or racism or gender norms won't be that difficult.
I don't know how follow closely, excuse me, you followed news reports, but initially the superintendent of schools explaining the committee's decision said the content of the book was fine. It was the title. I wrote in a newspaper column today, the word woke is being used by outlets like Fox News and stuff as a war cry. We have to rally. Talk about the name of the book. Do you regret naming it that?
Absolutely not. I love the name. I am here because of the name. That word has been used since the 60s. Martin Luther King has a beautiful speech speaking about, if having the dream and then waking up, what does it mean to wake up and walk in your purpose? But then you also have, the Scottsboro Boys and Lead Belly, the blues artists who sang about staying woke and what that means for your safety. Erica Badu, master teacher, speaks about staying woke and being mindful of things around you. So I love this sentiment as just a reminder, a self-awareness and actualization reminder to look around you, to not just autopilot through life. So to see it used in this double way, I think, poetic language is for everyone. And it's up to us to remind folks that you can try and change a meaning, but there's far more work done in the foundation that will always return it back to its source.
Schools are meant to educate children. I think it was the adults who were educated during this episode. What lessons should we learn from this?
Listen to the young people. They are the way. The more uncomfortable adults are, look to the young people. We are using filters that we have ascertained through business meetings and dealings and how we grow up and country clubs. But young people are fearless, and they need the understanding of how to keep our country truly alive. And it's going to require hand in hand, not fist to fist. And it's the adults that are in the way. The young people, they got this.
Mahogany, thank you so much for joining us and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything.